What it do, players and trainers? It is your boy, the Blazing Squid, with another Pokemon video. This one will be for the League VPL. VPL, guys. So basically, I'll put the link down below. What happened? Semifinals. Vitini came in and carried us to finals. Like seriously, I think we got the bye. Was it? No, I think we took a forfeit win. I think we got a forfeit win for quarterfinals. No, we were the best record, so we might probably. I think we potentially got the bye. That's what it was. We got the bye, and then we faced Joey. I'm pretty sure it was Joey, and unfortunately, like Vitini came in and did so much work, and now we're up against Carl here. I already did the video battle. Wow, what? Oh, my phone is not in range. Hold up, I wanted to put it in charge. Hold up, real quick, because I'm not connected to Wi-Fi. Okay, so the battle already happened. Down below is my team. So my team is I prepped very, very, very hard for his special offensive core. Like he has a pretty nice offensive core with Mega Pidgeot. Hoopa can be either special or physical. But our last matchup was a lot of special attackers. I kind of focused on special attackers. So we have a especially offensive Aggron, which 100% every time is going to be my lead. 100% going to be my lead. So I actually, now that I think about it, I might actually just upload the unofficial the battle where we got disconnected, because I don't know how to edit, and I wish I did. And this one we had to recreate so much RNG, it's ridiculous. Okay, all right. So my team is a super powering X-Scissor, Leaf Blade, Lurantis. It's assault vested. We're specially offensive. That means we can take a hit from Nihilego. Even at +1, we take a hit. We're very specially offensive. Assault Aggron. Aggron was a very hard set to deal with this week. I had to decide between a few moves here. Actually, let's go over the team real quick for you guys. That is not it, because it's on this way. It's somewhere over here, I think. Or was it over there? No, I think it's that one this way. Once I see an Aggron, I know we've made it. Once I see, there it is. All right, so like it's rocking Earthquake for that Nihilego, Stealth Rock's Toxic and Taunt. Like it's got a little bit of speed investments to outspeed the Tangrowth. I want to outspeed it and avoid it from getting any lead seeds off. We can Toxic it. We got Earthquake for Nihilego basically, and I think there was a fire type Heatran, which she brought last time. Over here we have a Wish, Calm Mind, Moonblast, Hidden Power, Ground. This thing, after one Calm Mind, it does a lot of damage. It does so much damage that I don't think my opponent is gonna expect a Life Orbed Moonblast set. Like seriously, I don't think he expects it. And then we have next up a Block, Dragon Dance, Thousand Arrows, Outrage. Why Block? Block is decent in the fact that if Tangrowth does come in, which would be potential switching, we block it in, right? He's a force to stay in, and once I Dragon Dance enough to where I can two-shot it, and I know I'm taking his hits, because let's say potentially he goes for the lead seed, that's only like 12% per turn. So I know I'll be able to, I got that block off, I got my Dragon Dance. If I get to +2, I think +2 would be a guaranteed 2-hit KO. And if I live and he has no fairy types, I'm at +2 speed. I outspeed a lot of things. That would be perfect. And this thing, I see it doing so much work. Draco play, because I want to boost the Outrage. The Outrage, I need it to be just powered up a little bit better, because if I was adamant, for sure I'll be able to two-shot it. But since we're running Jolly to speed tower with the Kyurem, I would really enjoy the fact that if we can knock this thing out, the Tangrowth especially. Next up is going to be a stockpile, liquidation, sticky webs, and leaf blade. Leaf seed, Araquanid. It's holding the Charty Berry. It's still adamant, so we're maxed into its attack. I only put like 180 into special defense. I want to be able to take a power gem from the Nihilego, especially. Elite Seed is stabbed since he has 2 regenerated mons, being the Slow King and the Tangrowth. So I want to be able to 1v1 them 100%. Next up, we have a... That was not it. Well, there's no point in changing the item. So basically, I actually have Fightinium Z. I remember right before the game, this thing was a Fightinium Z set. We are running Hasty because of the fact that I want Bolt Strike to 2-shot the Slow King if it comes. Rocks plus 2 Bolt Strikes back to back will 100% 2-hit KO. Unless he has leftovers, then if it's leftovers, I think it's like a 50% chance. Or it's a good roll. It's a good roll. We do have Side Shock for the Nihilego. We'll be able to hit some other mons on its physical side instead of the special side. We have Focus Blast, especially for the Heatran. If the Heatran came, and it also hits the Kyurem very, very nicely. And then last but not least, we need the Stab Blue Flare to come out here and put in some work, since it did carry us semifinals. And I think we already talked about Lurantis. So without further ado, players and trainers, let's start the game. And let's find out what happens in this semifinals. So as you guys can tell, I'm actually going to lead off with Aggron. Funniest thing, I'll put it in the original, like the unclipped one. I was so nervous. Going into this matchup that I was going to lead Araquanid, right? And then as soon as I was like, no, I need rocks more than I need sticky webs. So I had to redo my whole thing. It's like 4 seconds. It's like down to 3 seconds. I've clicked 3 mons. I'm on my 4th mon, and by accident, I'm like so nervous. My buttons misclick, and I click up, and I click send, and I only sent 3 mons. It was so funny. But actually, here my opponent was very offensive. He played so aggressive. I was like, he went for Focus Blast. He landed it, which was very nice for him. So technically, I went for my Stealth Rocks. In the original game, my special defense dropped. As I swapped into Araquanid. He went for another Focus Blast, but the Focus Blast missed. So in order to recreate the Focus Blast miss, I need to bring in Araquanid here as he brings in Ribombee to then switch out him into Tangrowth, which was originally his switching from my Araquanid as I got up my Sticky Webs. Another great thing is, looking at his team, if he has a supportive Hitmon lead, he would bring this in like as soon as a rock kind of went in, right, to go for Rapid Spin. Or Ribombee could have had Defog. But just by the fact that I'm able to get freely up the rocks and sticky webs, I'm kind of starting to think that potentially my opponent here, Carl, does not have any hazard removal this week. And it's going to be very, very nice for us since we got it up since the beginning. So we're going to go for Lead Seed. He goes for Knockoff. So I'm like super upset. I was a little upset that I lost my Charty Berry because I was going to need it big time. But that's fine. So we're going to Lead Seed again here, as that's going to get us relatively at a good amount of HP here. Go for Giga Drain. So the fact that he stayed in for 2 turns, and I'm like, I know I won't kill with another one. Oh, this is where we messed up. Originally, I got higher rolls with these Lead Seeds, and that's going to play a factor later on. It's going to play a factor. So I went for Liquidation. My opponent was taking his time. I was like, I know what I want to do and how I want to do it, and I know he's not staying in. I knew he wasn't staying in. But the fact that he brought in Ribombee was crazy to me. It was at 75 HP, but 75 HP, it still died. So my Araquanid came in and put in work. So he brings in Nihilego here, and the fact that I don't have my Charty Berry means there's a good chance I might not live this. There's a chance I could live it, depending on his spread, but I didn't want to gamble it, and I had 2 options. I can either go into Zygarde 1 or go into Aggron. But if I wanted offensive pressure this early into the game, I knew I had to go into Zygarde. Originally, that still does a lot of damage, as you guys can see. showing that it's choice specs. But imagine a choice specs power gem with a crit. He crit me, which was like, no way. So originally this thing was actually a little bit lower here. As I go, Rabambi's not around anymore. I'm gonna click Outrage. And he was like 5% lower. Like 5% lower, guys. So imagine, he was 5% lower. And I get another Outrage off. So you see, so I got low rolled, and plus this game was more of a low roll and stuff like that. Alright, so my opponent does go here for the Giga Drain, just so we can get that crit damage back off, since my Zygarde has to be a little bit lower for another matchup that comes down later on. It keeps playing these, keeps playing this. Alright, so we get the Outrage again, super awesome. So we're looking fantastic. I've already knocked down 3 mons. I'm here, and I'm like super careful now. I'm super careful. Nah, I'm only knocked out 2 mons. I lied. I knocked out 2 mons. I'm being super careful because of the fact that I've been in positions where I'm up like super much. I'm like up a lot, and then I choke it away. So my opponent here has to click Thunderbolt, because originally I did get the 3 turns Outrage. I killed the Tangrowth on 2 turns, and then I have 1 more turn, and him knowing he can't swap into anything just yet, like he couldn't bring in the Nihilego because he'll lose it right off the bat. He can't bring in the Kyurem, so he had to sack something for that 3rd turn, and that's going to be the Hoopa Unbound, which Hoopa only has 60 defense, which is crazy, as he brings in the Hitmonlee. I messed up prep-wise. Prep-wise, I messed up because I didn't need block. I seriously could have done without block, because I'm going to go for Outrage here. And I was hoping it could potentially kill. So this time around, I got a little bit of a higher roll because he had a little bit more HP. But now a +1 Hitmonlee is a big threat for me. A big threat because if it has Earthquake, I'm Hasty Nature. Victini dies. Close combat kills Aggron. Close Poison Jab kills Lurantis. I think Poison Jab from the range that I'm at kills my Araquanid. Poison Jab kills everything. But he has the knockoff, and I have the Fightinium Z. So that right there was clutch. That right there. So I asked him afterwards, why did he have the knockoff instead of anything else? And he told me he just saw it previously in another set, so he thought it would be a good bring, and he did. And on top of that, Rabambi was not supposed to be in this finals matchup. He had a potential of 7 mons coming, and it was either Mega Pidgeot coming or the Rabambi. So he, by accident, brought the Rabambi to the original first game, and that is how you see the 6 that are there came. So I was so like, I was scared. Seriously, I was scared. The Fightinium Z comes off here. I was scared because I didn't think, like, if I had no physical hitters. Like, Aggron has natural bulk to it, like Aggron and Zygarde. And I think I messed up there because originally I was gonna run Coil Zygarde, and then I brought Dragon Dance. So then and the fact that I let Araquanid get so low was also a bit of a factor. But there you're gonna see Victini just clean out the last 3 mons, as always. So still, I think Carl played fantastic. I think he played a very solid game. The Hitmonlee late game was scary, very scary. I almost beat myself up only because I was like, the one time I did not bring Choice Scarf, which I think a Choice Scarfer is always ideal for probably 8 out of 10 times. 8 out of 10 times in a match, a Scarfer is ideal. I know I had the sticky webs, but I really didn't think much about Hitmonlee, and I gotta remember, Hitmonlee is a very serious threat. and my dog just wants to bark right when I need it the least. But with that said, players and trainers, I am gonna get the hashtag out of here. If you guys aren't watching Shady and his Minecraft, it's very relaxing. I highly suggest it. But with that said, players and trainers, 3 championships in 2019. I think from here on out, it's just gonna be all about fun, having fun, man. I really want to see other people like succeed and get championships as well. But it's been fun. It really has been fun. I've been trying to put up very competitive matches for these opponents of mine, so I'm glad. And with that said, I'm gonna get out of here. You guys are amazing. I love you all. Peace.